What is going on, fam? Welcome back to Adobe Moto. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to ride a sport bike in the canyons if you're a beginner. Now, you've probably been riding for like 3 or 4 months now. You've probably done the freeway thing. You may have hit some twisty roads, but now you're trying to get into canyon carving, canyon riding, and you just watched some MotoGP. You watched Valentino Rossi take the... I don't think he's won in a while. Anyway, I wanted to interrupt this video real quick to tell you guys about my product called Clear Gear. What it is a chin curtain that blocks the wind. If you've been following this channel for a couple years that I've been moto vlogging, you know in the beginning I had issues with wind noise and pop. Somewhere like towards the beginning of that, I solved my issue, and I solved it with this. It didn't look as nice as this. This is actually my first prototype, and it really blocks the wind, and it's made out of leather. It feels good on my skin. The problem with the showy ones that they come with is it's mesh, and it just lets a lot of wind through the chin curtain, and I didn't like that. That's where all the popping sounds came from, so we developed this prototype, and I've been testing it for a couple of years. Now we got the final product in black, and my favorite, brown. It fits all kinds of showy helmets. We have a list on cleargearmoto.com. If you rock a showy helmet, it probably fits your helmet. Check it out, cleargearmoto.com. It supports the channel. We also give back 10% of our net proceeds. Thanks for your time. Back to the video. You probably want to get out here and start smashing these canyons on your sport bike, but let me tell you something first. There's a lot you have to know. There's a lot you have to learn, and there's a lot of experience that you still have to attain to be able to hit those canyons as fast as you can. Now, I don't suggest hitting those canyons as fast as you can. I suggest coming to the canyons and riding to maybe 80% of your ability, because at the end of the day, we all just want to go home. At least that's my goal anyway. So I'm gonna go over some basics and some advanced skills, so that way you guys can get out here and start canyon carving with whatever you got. I know most of you mothers got jigsters. But I'm out here today with my Panigale V4S, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be putting out a lot of motorcycle content this season. For those of you guys that have been around and have seen me put up e-bike content, hey, don't get me wrong, I've loved the e-bike content. It's been fun, but I definitely need to get back on some motorcycle content, because this is home to me. Now, what I'm going to do from this point forward is do motorcycle content, e-bike content, motorcycle content, maybe some STI content. But I've really fallen in love with the e-bike community and the e-bike lifestyle lately, so that's what you guys are going to see. But you're not going to see motorcycles go away. Let's get on to this freaking video. Step 1, get yourself a suit, get yourself some gear. Buy it used if you have to. Whatever you got to do, get yourself a suit, get out here. The guy was checking on me. Get yourself some gear, some proper gear. Get a leather suit, get a textile suit, get whatever you can afford, as long as it's a suit. Get some boots, get some gauntlet gloves, and you'll be good to go. You don't want to be out here in your jeans and your t-shirt. It's gonna end bad if you go down. And believe me, I've been down out here, but I went down in a suit, and my bike was race prepped, and I just walked away. I actually even rode my bike back home. Everything was Gucci. Step 2, check your tire pressure, check your bike, make sure it's all good to go. You don't want to come out here with leaking oil. You don't want any of that crap, okay? Have a decent running, properly maintained motorcycle. Don't come out here with your look, man, if that's all you got, hey. Which leads me to step 3. Get some insurance, get AAA, have some kind of towing, and if you're coming out here by yourself, tell somebody where you're going to be, and definitely charge your phone, because you don't want to be like going out, knock on wood, you don't want to be going out these cliffs and then nobody can find you, man. It's desolate out here. Look how quiet it is. Okay, step 4. When you come out here, you should definitely do 1 lap that way and 1 lap back, just to check for debris, check for anything on the road, any road hazards, any oil spills, crap like that. Step 5, you're gonna want to kind of lay on the ground, like in this position, or in this position. It's kind of weird, but you kind of know where the ground is. Okay, so when you're leaned over, you won't be too afraid. And when you're afraid, you're going to want to pick your bike up, and that's the last thing that you want to do. You don't want to pick your bike up in the middle of a turn because you're going to go wide. So that's something I learned to do over time. I was like, wonder if I just kind of lay on the ground on my side. Well, not really lay, but kind of like lean on the street. So now when I'm up here, I know exactly, or not exactly, but I kind of know how low I'm really going. And I know that I'm not going that low enough to where, like, if I start going wide, I can bring the bike down lower. Step 6, you want to keep your upper body really loose, like jelly. You want to be relaxed. Just stay really relaxed when you're out here. It's fun, man. You come out here to have fun, you do your thing, go home. Okay, enough with the steps. I'm going to go ahead and run through this first pass and just talk as I ride. So you guys just follow along with me. I'm going to wait for the traffic to die a little bit, but I'm not even going to be going that fast anyway to catch them. A quick note when you come out here. Check your ego. Leave it at home. Alright, here we go. Here's the first corner. And I'm just taking it really easy. I'm in first gear. I'm not even really leaning over or getting over my bike. I'm just trying to feel out the road. I haven't even shifted out of first gear because I don't know, I'm just kind of taking it easy. I haven't been here in a long time, and I'm trying to brush up for an upcoming track day that I have coming up. Upcoming track day, yeah, that. Okay, here's a turn right here. Kind of prepare for it. And all you're doing is just taking it real slow, man. There's no rush. You're not winning in competition. There's nobody out here competing against you. It's just you and the road. Enjoy it. Have fun. Which leads me to like another note. Have fun, man. This is fun. You're on your bike. You're in the canyons. What I like to do is come on the outside and then try to point my head towards the inside, and then the other side too. Same thing. I'm not really moving my butt too much. I'm just, I'm in a low speed. I'm trying to get to know the road, and trying to look out for debris or any obstruction, any pedestrians. Sometimes there's pedestrians out here hanging out, checking out the views. Matter of fact, there's a guy right here peeing. See? You don't want to fixate on that guy. It's gonna be a bad day. You might get pee all over your fucking face. Something that I do to absorb like the shock is I just stand up a little bit. Like when I see bumps coming up, I just lift my butt and let it absorb the shock. And what I'm always doing is keeping my eyes ahead of the road, right? I'm not keeping my eyes in front of the road. My eyes are always straight ahead. You gotta look where you want to go, okay? And that's kind of the point of having a really relaxed upper body. Is if you're tense up top, you're gonna want to do the death grip, and that'll stiffen up the front end, and that's the last thing you want. Look, there's a tree branch right there. This is why you kind of take it easy in the beginning. You don't want to do anything too wild, right? You try to find the blind corners. Like, imagine if I had taken this way too in, I would have gotten hit by that car. So really just take it easy out here, man. It's not a race. So depending on where you want to end, you want to go back and do it again. This isn't typically where I end, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and end this ride this way. Now I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to take note of that tree branch. Now, have you guys noticed I haven't shifted up or down? I kept it in second gear the whole time. I think for most bikes, second or maybe third is good enough. And you're just going to want to keep it there and just modulate the throttle. Okay? Get used to trying to do everything I said, which is relax and point your body. There's the branch again. Oh, there's the second one. And point your body, point your head, get your shoulders towards where you want to go. Okay? And remember what I said about leaning in. Ooh, I slow down every time I see cars, especially ones with trailers. But if you're going wide and you like happen to stand your bike up, or like you feel like you want to stand your bike up, what you want to do, instead of like standing your bike up, you want to lean into the corner. Okay? That's something important to remember. If you start getting scared and you feel like you want to stand your bike up, because you're going wide, like right here, all you got to do is just lean into it. Okay, lean into it harder. Okay, that's why I had you get on the ground, because that seems to be the biggest problem people have, is going wide and going into the dirt or into the guardrail on this side, right, on the opposite end of their turn. I've seen a lot of people do it out here. They start going wide and they panic. What you want to do when you're going wide is you really want to push the bike even further. Like, you want to lean that bike even harder into the corner. Okay, it's kind of scary, but remember what I said about the ground. Like, you know where the ground is now. You know how low you really have to be. A couple things you should really be aware of is incoming traffic, especially in a corner. That's why I tell you to look ahead. Not only is that the proper way to ride in these canyons, but you want to be able to see incoming traffic. Because sometimes these people are on their phones, or they just take turns too fast and they go wide. You got to remember, cars are driven by people, and people make mistakes. Okay? So if you're in a corner really hard and there's an incoming car on that same corner, you may want to be really vigilant and slow down, or try to slow down before you even like hit that corner when you see them coming. I promise you, that'll save your fucking life, man, when you're out here. Man, my knees are my knees are sore. I haven't ridden this bike in a while, at least not like this. So here's a little bonus tip for you when you're taking like your first few corners. And then as you get better, as you progress, what you're going to want to start doing is kind of hanging off the bike. And that's kind of the proper way to do it. You really want to point your shoulders towards whatever corner, right, that you're going in. But also, what you want to do is, okay, now I'm pointing my shoulders toward this corner. You want to lift your butt a little bit, okay? And then get your outside butt cheek kind of to the center of the seat. So when you're already in the corner, you can just make small adjustments. Right? Now here's one. So I'm in. I'm in this corner. Small adjustment. See that? I'm in this corner. Small adjustment. You really kind of want to be in this area right here of your bike, especially when you're taking really fast corners. See that? See how like I'm like right outside of the bike, okay? And I got my left butt. If I'm making this right turn, I got my left butt cheek kind of towards the center of the bike, so I have my whole body, like the right side, kind of hanging off. That's really the proper way. Also, remember to keep it loose. Keep it loose. Okay? You want to be able to like take off your hands if you have to. Right? In the middle of a corner. My knees, man. Not used to being bent like this anymore. So I'm out of sport bike shape, guys. So really this tutorial was for me.